Hello everybody, welcome back. Hope you're well. How are we doing with the gap at the top of the table? Have we still got a big gap? Have we not got a big gap? We're about to find out. Welcome from the bottom to the top. Hello and welcome to episode 47 of From the Bottom to the Top. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have games for you against Hartlepool and against Colchester United, both at home and both featured heavily. We have only played one game since you were last with us. We were supposed to be playing two, but we've only playing one, mainly because the Bristol Rovers match was postponed. Again, for a waterlogged pitch, we seem to be having problems with waterlogged pitches here at the Envirovent Stadium, don't we? That game against Solihull Moors, there was a 4-0 win in League Two. Goals from Robinson, Jarrod Harlock. The Robinson goal was actually a absolutely outstanding free kick. Will Russ getting two in a minute, 64 and 65 minutes respectively. Sorry, in 2 minutes, should I say. Of course, since when you were last with us, we had a 2-0 win against Bradford City, keeping a little run of clean sheets, but then lost 3-1 away to Cheltenham Town at the Johnny Rock Stadium, which was a bit disappointing. Seemed to, I think it was just the fact that we played on a Thursday and we only had the Saturday. It was over Christmas. In our other series at To Be a Legend, which is Bristol City, we've had a similar problem with that Christmas games being in very close proximity. Again, the Saturday, the Thursday. Well, actually, in this case, we had Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We had 2 days, but in the Bristol City save, we only had 1 day with Thursday, and then we had Friday off, and Saturday we were back for the game, which I think was a bit mental, if you ask me. Anyway, just a couple of days since the game against Solihull Moors, but we should be okay, hopefully against Hartlepool, and then we have a week down to Colchester because we're not playing in the FA Cup because we got knocked out, which wasn't very friendly. Got knocked out, of course, by Salford in the first round, so we're not in the competition down here. Right, with that all said and done, what's been happening? Is there anything going on? Miles Boney, we've put in an offer for him on a free transfer because, of course, we are now in the transfer window. And we're waiting to see whether we get him as, of course, backup for Joe Fryer. Nobody else coming in or going out as it currently stands, so nothing really to tell you about as far as transfers are concerned. I don't think we've got anybody waiting to come in either, so that is pretty much the sum total of the transfer information. We'll have a look at the table in a minute. We do have a couple of loanees in. We possibly will be looking at Hennigan. He's 31 years old though, so I am reluctant, albeit he is fairly good, and if we brought him in, would be the best right back, and could also play in central defence as well. So he would shore up our central defence a little bit as a backup. I know we've got Nelson and Jones, our main two, but we'll push Nelson out a little bit, possibly. Having said all of that, this fellow here is quite good. He's a little bit older, a little bit younger, should I say, 23 years old. Hector Kipranano. Can play in midfield, can also play in defence as well. So in the instance that we did want him in that defensive position, we could put him there. Albeit his tackling is not particularly fantastic. Probably better as a midfield. So he's a possibility to shore up this midfield, albeit that we have got quite a selection there in midfield. Castro is also on trial, a 23-year-old Angolan. He can play back in midfield, or he can play as that attacking midfielder, the role that Dixon particularly likes, and Kaji has been, but he's probably a little bit better than Kaji, on the similar vein to Dixon. I think where we could do with shoring up a little bit is we've only got Will Russ and McBride, who are possibly our best strikers up front. Will Russ, of course, goes without saying, but Conor McBride can blow a bit hot and cold, so another striker up front there would give us a little bit more oomph up front. I think that's the area we're looking for, and then possibly just consider these players that are on trial with us and whether we should bring any of them in permanently, we will have to wait and see. Right. Let's get on with the episode then. Hartlepool is first game up. We haven't played them so far. I thought we had. I think it was a game that was actually postponed. So potentially it could be one of our games in hand. And I say games in hand because of that Bristol Rovers game being postponed. We do have 2 games in hand over the top of the table. And we are currently 16 points clear of Northampton in second. Then Tranmere, Bradford, Colchester, second team that we will play in the episode, Crawley Town and Cheltenham, and then Grimsby just outside the playoffs on 39 points. So we are currently 24 points clear of them. So I don't think we will have any problems in securing at least a playoff place this season, but I'm pretty confident we can get automatic because we are, when you think about 18 points clear of Bradford in the top playoff place. So these 3, I mean, that's the benefit of having 3 automatic promotions, of course, in this league, is that you got a fairly good chance, and we are that far in front at the moment. I think we do stand a very, very good chance. Right, that all said and done, let's get on and have a look at the team that will face Hartlepool in this first game of the episode. Both games at home. And this is the team that will face Hartlepool in this first match of the episode. Fryer in goal, Robinson, Jones, Nelson and Doherty are backline. Willock, Kadji and Brunt in midfield. Dixon in front of them. McBride and Russ in attack. Smith, Lembiksa, Shepherd, Cannon, Fernandez, Harlock and Nolan are all on the bench. We do have a central midfielder. That's good. That's all I was worried about, really. Let's see how they get on then in this game against Hartlepool. And we're underway here at the Envirovent Stadium in Harrogate, our surrogate home for the time being. And our first highlight, Doherty to Brunt. Brunt who keeps hold of the ball. And it's back to Jones. Nelson come forward. Kadji passing that back to Fryer. Fryer goes out wide to Robinson. Robinson seem to be playing this. We haven't got much further forward than this, and it's a bit of a worry. They're pegging us back at the minute. Fryer bombs that one forward. McBride didn't get underneath it. And Hartlepool are sort of on the attack, but Willock thwarts that one. Jones, Kadji, Willock. Willock looks like he's got the momentum to go forward. McBride finds Russ. Dixon over the top to Brunt. And Brunt hits the post, inside of the post, and it comes back out. Townsend, their goalkeeper, is very thankful. Free kick. And straight into the arms of Fryer, who didn't seem to move, just plucked it out of the air. And fires that one forward. Nobody there. Willock wins it again on that wing. He's having a good time there. Jones to Kadji. Back to Jones. Jones goes all the way back to Fryer. Fryer forward. Dixon. And he's give the ball away. And the ball crossed in. It's a goal. Offside. Thankfully. He seemed to have a lot of space. As he did. That's why he had a lot of space. Hopefully that will give the boys a bit of a shock. We've berated the team, give them a bit of a pump up. Have 5 shots, only 1 on target. Robinson with a free kick now. Crosses it in. It's not anybody there. Russ comes and tidies up, but that ball's blocked. But Russ will get a second opportunity at it. It's not a good ball back, though, to Willock. It was behind him. Jones going all the way back to the goalkeeper, Fryer. Ball forward. Brunt does manage to get away with that. Dixon, he's put it away. He's 3rd of the season, and it is a goal lead for us after 22 minutes. I've made hard work of that. We've already done that one. Really did make hard work of that. Dixon putting that away. Dixon to Robinson to Willock. Dixon. Russ. Oh, and it was a good shot. The goalkeeper had to be equal to it, and he was. Punched it up over the top in the end. A corner then on that far side. Robinson with the corner. Swings it in low and hard, but it wasn't going anywhere. And the attacker fires it on forward. Right, there's a number of players here that aren't will be less dangerous if showed on a weaker foot. Should instruct the players to show weaker foot. Weaker foot. That's all of them at the moment. We'll keep going on that. Oh, Taylor Charters needed marking. So we'll have to wait until that comes up. It has now. Always mark him, apparently. I would suggest going in hard on this player as well. So we'll do that while we're at it. Gone past the half-hour mark. And they have a goal kick. And that's headed down to Doherty, Brunt, Willock, McBride, Kadji through to Dixon. Dixon flashes that through, looking for McBride. But it was too close to Townsend in the end. Nelson, Dixon, back to Russ. Doherty over the top to Russ. And Russ fires it over the top. He's been missing the target quite a lot. Robinson back to Fryer, who gives the ball away, but it wasn't a good header by the defender. Dixon through to Russ. Brunt looking for Willock, but missed it. But Nelson's there, tidies up. Doherty, Kadji, Dixon moving the ball around nicely, but Dixon is picked, and he's not having a good game. Dixon, I'm thinking he may come off. Hercules, and saved by Fryer, keeps us in the game, and they've still got the ball. We were playing catch-up here with Hercules, but fired it straight at Fryer, and he made the parry. Took the sting out of the ball. Half-time has come then. We're just in front. 12 shots, 6 on target. We've hit our 50%. 1.18. 51% of the possession. They've had 8 shots, 7 on target, so they are doing very well. 0.64, 49%. They're not out of the woods, and they could still come back at us yet. We need to do a little bit better in the second half. No changes made at half-time. A few tactical tweaks. That was about the sum total of it. And the first highlight of the second half is a highlight for us. Robinson having a throw in. It's got through to Brunt. Nelson, who's picked up a yellow card early in this second half. And he's gone all the way back to Fryer. It's got to be a way forward. That ball out to Willock. I was going to say it's going to be given away. McBride. And our strikers need to be hitting the target. Robinson with a free kick. It's gone over the top and nobody there. I'm not quite sure what that was all about. Townsend will launch one. And it's headed on. But Jones is there to tidy up. Doherty. Jones. Doherty. Gets that forward, looking for... Not sure who this is on this side. Who is it? Who are you? Who are you? Russ. Dixon. He comes forward. He's trying to pedal it through for McBride. And again, it's a poor pass. I'm not quite sure how his rating is what it is. It was 7.5 at half time. I don't know why, because he's made a lot of mistakes in my mind. And that's headed over the top. And can't even pause it. They have made a substitution. Andrew Brown coming on. And we're going to... I think they've gone 2 up top now. Possibly. Doherty to Brunt. Doherty back in. It's Robinson hits it on the volley. And it's gone out for a throw-in, but nothing coming of that. You just get the feeling that it's on the boil and they will get one back sooner or later. Hercules, and it's saved by Fryer. It's gone out for a corner. And the pressure still on from Hartlepool. Ball in. Fryer picks it out of the air. They're on target again. 9 shots. We're not doing anything. And I think we need to make some changes. It's gone past the hour mark. We are struggling to keep ahead here. Matty Willock is tired. Right, I'm tempted to take... I'm going to put Kadji in that thing. He likes to play as an Ongonch. So we're going to give him that. Dixon will come off for Harlock. Who can play in that deep lying playmaker role. Matty Willock. We just messed that up. I think we probably have actually. Matty Willock cannot come off. And it begs the questions, do we switch? Harlock goes there. Willock goes out on the right. Oh, decisions. Willock is coming off. Does make me wonder whether I've actually undo what I've done here. Switch that to that formation. Dixon needs to come off. Willock needs to come off. Dixon can come off for... We'll put Shepherd on that side. As an inverted winger. McBride prefers to be that, but I really want McBride up front. Kadji. Let's leave it like this for a minute. Brunt is tired as well. No, Matty Willock. For Jared Harlock. And he's going to be a Mazzala on support. There we go. Brunt. Oh, he better that way round. Possibly. Right, okay. That way round we will do. That's the changes for the moment then. Point a finger. Go out and make a difference. Changes we will do. We're heading down to our usual changeroo time. Townsend with the goal kick. Headed out. Doherty to Harlock. Harlock comes forward. Russ Is he going to put this away for a change? No, yes he is. That ball was teetering around there and didn't look like... Let's see that again, actually. Harlock over the top to Russ. It was the defender, got his foot in the way, blocked it first off, but Russ was the quickest to react, and Russ gets a goal. Probably undeserved, really, but there we go. 80 minutes on the clock then, and we will have a look. Ronnie Nelson is tired. Fernandez can come on for him, and I did want to make that change, but Kaji... Go out there. Shepherd can come over on the left side. Kaji can drop back in here. Albeit probably no, that way around is even worse. Play him as a deep lying playmaker is probably better. McBride can go up front. Harlock can go out that side as the right-sided player. Put him out there as an inverted winger. And that is the changes made. Are the changes made, should I say. And we're underway again. 2-goal lead now, but Burley throws it in and they come forward. It's gone wide. Fryer wants to keep another clean sheet, obviously. Can he do it? As we go into injury time, it's looking awfully like it. And I think we just got ourselves back in that just in time. 27 shots, 12 on target, 2.94. So bang on the XG, 54%. They had 17 shots, 10 on target, a 1.63. They were unlucky not to get a goal, if not 2 goals. And I think we were very lucky in that game to get away with a result, another 2-0 win. How does that leave the table looking then? So here we are at the top of the table, 16 points clear of Northampton. 16? No, that's not right. 19 points clear of Northampton. In second place and a game in hand. I mean, we're pretty much champions already in my head. So that's where it is. Used one of our games in hand. We still have a game in hand. That game against Bristol Rovers a little bit later on down the line. But there we go. Colchester, the team we're going to play in the second match of the episode. They are currently in 4th place, 45 points. That's 21 points behind us at the moment. Colchester beating Sutton United by 3-1 in today's matches. So that's how it looks. A bit of a ping as we get onto that thing. Farsley turned dominance into victory against Hartlepool. It was a bit of a sluggish match, but we did get there in the end, which is good news, if I may say so myself. Right. We've got 7 days down to the next match. We will come back with the team that is going to face Colchester. But what we may do when we come back is if there's been any transfer news, of course, Boney is we're waiting to see whether he accepts our offer because we think Smith may be going in this transfer window. Played Colchester once before at their place. It was a 2-1 win on that occasion. Goals from Ronnie Nelson, I guess from a corner, and Connor McBride from the penalty spot. Let's hope for something very similar this time round. And here is the team that will face Colchester in this second match of the episode. And we have Fryer in goal, Robinson, Nelson, Fernandez and Doherty. Our backline, Willock, Harlock and Brunt in midfield. Kaji is injured for, I'm not quite sure, got a thigh injury, I think. Dixon in front of them. Bride and Russ continue up front. Boney is on the bench, and he is our new goalkeeper. We'll have a look at him at the end of this match. Godsmart, Ford, Jones, Cannon, Shepherd, Lembitsa and Nolan. We've brought Boney in basically because Smith has said that he wants to leave. So given that somebody comes in for him, we will let him leave. That's the team that will play Colchester. And we're underway here at the Enviro Event Stadium in Harrogate, our surrogate home for the time being, till about March, I think it was. We'll need to check that at some point or other. This, of course, is one of our games in hand. A round of games were played at the weekend, which means that we are 2 games in front going into this game. Again, this is one of the 2 games that we have in hand. Nelson on the ball now. Harlock. Dixon goes out wide to Robinson, who crosses it for Russ. And the goalkeeper makes a good save from Russ. And it's a corner. Robinson with the corner on that far side. Swings it in. Looking for one of our defenders. Didn't find him, but Colchester come away with the ball. Fernandez underneath that one and cuts the danger out. As we see this move again. Robinson with that lovely ball across, and Russ almost at point blank range. He could have flicked it in from somewhere. As we head down towards the half-hour mark, they have a free kick. Savage with the free kick, and Fryer comes out. With Boney now coming in as the backup goalkeeper. That will keep Fryer on his toes. Doherty to Brunt. Brunt picked up a yellow card, I notice. Russ. Russ holds the ball up. Doherty inside him. Harlock. Dixon. Dixon finds McBride, and McBride puts it in the back of the net. He's 19th of the season. And it's offside. Would have been his 19th of the season. Not much in that, but he is just fractionally offside. Just stole an inch or 2. Throw in on the far side. Robinson with the throw in. Crosses it deep. And Russ is bundled over by Marshall. I think Marshall will pick up a yellow card there. Conor McBride, I expect to be taking this free kick. Penalty. Conor McBride it is, and it's been saved. He's missed a few this season as Conor McBride. Harlock deep, and it's headed on and goes out for a throw. Poor penalty this from Conor. And the goalkeeper always onto it. Really not hit with any power. We have another corner. Robinson. It's all been highlights to us. And Nelson, his 3rd goal of the season. This time it should count. The lines. The assistant referee has run down the line. And we've scored from a corner. Nelson with a clean header. And puts us a goal up. Highlight from kickoff though. Brunt winning that ball in midfield to Willock. Robinson. Willock inside to Harlock. Harlock chips it out to Robinson. A bit too late for him to get the cross in. Willock back heels it to Robinson. Willock crosses it for Brunt. And his 2nd goal of the season. And we are 2 up on 40 minutes. After that missed penalty, we seem to have gained a little bit of momentum, which is rather good. Willock finding Brunt, who had no marker. He was clear at the back there. And they have a corner. Savage crosses it in, and Fryer plucks it out of the air. want to check one thing, actually. Are we on extended? Because we set up extended for... no, we're on key. For the Tottenham Hotspur save, and I wasn't too sure whether it had actually duplicated itself over here. It hasn't done so. So we're okay. Robinson. To McBride. Who's that warming up? Jones. Warming up on the bench. I'm not sure why. McBride chips it forward looking for Russ, but Russ wasn't for going. And that's a lovely ball brought down by Stevens. And is he in here? No, Fryer has thwarted him. Right on the stroke of half time, pretty much. Savage with the corner. Crosses it in and it's cleared upfield. Dixon now could break. Dixon has Russ in front of him. Russ is onside, but didn't control the ball. Russ is a little bit rusty of late, I notice. That was a good save by Fryer. And half-time comes. It's 2-0 against Colchester as it stands. 13 shots. We've had 10 on target. Why we've not put more away, I don't know. 2.52 on the XG. 59% possession. They've had 4 shots and 4 on target, so they're doing really, really well. 41% possession. That's how it looks at half-time. And we're back underway here in the second half. 2-0 lead at half-time. And that's gone over the top. And they've made a substitution. Sims off, Price on. Savage with the corner. Nelson heads it clear. And it looked like Russ was going to come back and pick that up. As we head down to the hour mark. This will mean that we are 11 points clear at the top, still with a game in hand as well. Stevens, ball headed out of defence, and they come forward. We've pushed them back a little bit while we get back into position. Nelson to Willock. Willock to Dixon. Dixon looking for McBride, but wayward there. Ball one in midfield again. Brunt, Russ, back to Brunt. Dixon, he's put it away. That's number 3, 4th goal of the season. And we go 3 up after 62 minutes. And we continue to open that gap up at the top. If that's gone to 21 points now at the top of the table, that is a huge lead. And that was a poor pass. Who was that? Was that Dixon? Made some wayward passes in the last game as well. Didn't hurt us, and it hasn't hurt us in this match, but it's all very good. Fernandez cuts that ball out. Be good to keep another clean sheet. Russ, Willock, Dixon rather. McBride. Is this going to be 4? It is. He's 19th of the season. And 65 minutes gone. And we are 4 goals to the good. Free kick over the top. Good save by Fryer. And quite sure what went on there. Handball, I think. Fryer with the free kick. Fernandez, who's now picked up a yellow card, I notice. Doherty. Forward with the ball, but he's lost it to Price on that far side. Fernandez picking the ball up again. Doherty. Dixon. Brunt, Russ, back to Harlock, Dixon, Harlock, Willock, Russ, been tackled, but McBride from distance, and what a goal that is. Connor McBride is 20th of the season. 2 goals in this game, 5-0 now, and we're running away with this. As we head to changeroo time. We don't really have any midfielders that can come off. So for now, we're going to leave it as it is. Fernandez bringing the ball out from the back. Doherty. Fernandez. Harlock. Dixon. Back to Harlock. Moving the ball around nicely. Brunt. Long ball to McBride. Is he on a hat-trick? He is. That's his hat-trick, 21st of the season. It's 6-0 against Colchester. And, well, we're just really, really just more dominant than we think here. McBride just brings that down nicely. Goalkeeper's not doing any of that. And just knocking them out of the park here. Right, some tactical changes. Dixon is tired, so Josh Dixon can come off for Jack Nolan. Matty Willock, Dexter Lembisa can come on for him. And we'll make the third change at the back. Ronnie Nelson can come off for Godsmart Ford. We'll swap Fernandez and Godsmart Ford over. Point finger, go out and make me proud. And when we get a chance, we'll change this as we head down to full time. And it is game over. It's a 6-0 win against Colchester. It's quite a scoreline. 19 shots, 15 on target, 3.31 on the XG, 55% possession against Colchester's 14 shots, 8 on target. How does that leave it in the table? So as you come back, this is how the table looks. We are 21 points clear of Bradford City in second place, still with a game in hand, I hasten to add. So that would take us to 72 points. Nobody's going to catch us, I don't think. I really don't think that would take us to, I think it's 24 points in front. I think at this stage of the game, we are pretty much promoted as champions. And the write-up says 6 of the best for Farsley, a good win, and against Colchester United, and opens that gap at the top. Classy McBride on form for Farsley. It's first time he has for a while. We'll have a quick look in a minute. Just handshake him and do that. But, yeah, McBride, his form just recently has been that spectacular, to be fair. I don't know. I mean, there's more 7 pluses there. I suppose he had an odd game there against Exeter City. Wasn't particularly clever. And a poor 6.1 against Cheltenham when we lost. But then a lot of players played particularly badly that day. 0-0 against Morecambe. So really, you can see that not all the time, but there's quite a few times when, for whatever reason, it coincides with him not playing particularly well. We don't play particularly well, but he has been about quite a bit. Sometimes playing on the left, sometimes, and obviously that attacking midfield on the left there as an inverted winger against Cheltenham wasn't the best place to put him. Clearly, I should have been sorted out for that one, because it wasn't. What's this? Litu Shock at Envirovent Stadium. Best viewing was to be found at the Envirovent Stadium, where a crowd of 1,747 witnessed a shot result during Farsley's convincing 6-0 victory over Colchester. The highlight of the match was a hat-trick by Farsley's Connor McBride. Well, there we go then. That's taken us to the end of this series. Bristol Rovers game that was postponed back here. We've got coming up. They'll be in the games that we do offline as we head down in towards the end of the season. We're coming back, I think, for Tranmere and Crawley Town. Tranmere and Crawley Town. Morecambe and Bristol Rovers offline. Come back for Tranmere and Crawley Town. Tranmere, of course, third at the moment, tucked in behind us. Not that any of them are particularly bothering us, and even though they're 6-pointers, they're not really doing that great much damage. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. That'll keep you up to date with all future episodes of From the Bottom to the Top. And, of course, our other series, which is going out at the moment, To Be a Legend, making Tottenham Hotspurs again, is coming to an end. If you've not been watching it just recently, then I suggest you go back and have a look towards the end of the season. If I just check my, if you bear with me a second, tomorrow, the episode of that tomorrow is the end of season review, and then we've got a few little extras chucked in on the end of what will be the end of the series. This series and the other one is winding down because we've got FM23 coming out at the end of October, and obviously we'll be getting ourselves up to speed and ready for those, and of course the beta launch day happening as well. New episodes of Bottom to the Top for the time being will be released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date with all that's happening, there's a lot happening at the moment and exciting as well. You need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 48. It's out on Thursday. Until then, it's a very goodbye.